Okay, so which one you gonna start with? Does therapy work? What's your takes on that?
Therapy, does therapy work?
Hmm.
Yeah, this is a good one. It depends, and I'm gonna say that for a reason because I'm in that field, and this is the problem that I have with people. Yo, if I don't care how many books you read, I don't care what school you went to, I don't care about none of that shit. I don't care about um your professional in the field. If I'm gangbanging and I'm coming to you and my problems resist around gangbanging and
Hmm.
you never gangbanged a day in your life, it's nothing you could tell me.
Can
You
I rebuttal
cannot
that though?
if you can't relate to me, you can't tell me nothing because anything you gonna tell me is something that you read out of a book, seen in a movie, or heard from somebody else that sat in the same chair I sat in. If
Can
you
I
never
can I say
been through
something right there,
something,
right quick on that?
go ahead. I ain't
All right.
finished, but go ahead.
No, no, I'm gonna let you finish. Just remember your thought. So with the to rebuttal a little bit of that, they would target the problem at the source. Like, why do you want to gangbang? They can't really relate the actual gangbanging, but there's something that led up to it. Is it like you like being part of a group? Do you feel more secure with other people around you? Do you want to be a leader of the group? Do you want to be threatened? There's always an underlining something that makes you even want to join the gang to begin with. I think
If
therapy would approach that to answer your question.
if
But
I
continue.
sat here, if I sat here and said I've been gang banging my whole life
Hmm.
and it made me a monster and I
Hmm.
feel like I want to go kill people,
Okay.
you're gonna sit there and tell me my actions I shouldn't feel that way. I
No,
shouldn't
that's
do.
not how to
I
approach it.
I mean, if you're the professional, you know the rules on how they approach it. Then cool. But if you're not a professional, this is my.
Ain't no
If
way.
you're not a professional, you can't tell me that. But my thing, no, what I'm saying, Five, is you can't. I'm not gonna. I can't take something from somebody. I do it every day in psych. I
Hmm.
see these psych patients. They come talk to these psych doctors. The psych patient will tell them this, and this is why I did that. And the psych doctor will be sit there and they'll be like, "Well, you shouldn't feel this way. You shouldn't look at it like that. How the fuck you gonna tell me how I should look at it? This is what I've been through. You don't know. You don't know what I'm going through. You therapy. I just feel like therapy don't help everybody, and you can't be
That's true.
you can't be a relationship therapist talking to me about my problems with relationships, and then you going home. As soon as you walk through the door, you're like, "Where's my fucking chicken?" Blah, 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 blah. Nigga, what? You got your own problems at home, bro.
Dang, that sound like me. They say, "Where's the chicken?" You know,
Yo, M, where the chicken
So
at, M?
where's the chicken?
so you don't think, and I have a discrepancy with that too. Like, I agree in that aspect. I think I said it to somebody the other day. I hate when single people give married couple advice.
Or married people. You can't be, bro. You can't tell me how to fix my marriage and your marriage is fucked up, bro.
Yeah.
What we doing?
Now, yo, but you know what though? I think that listen, in my opinion, to what y'all saying, y'all are correct. I agree with y'all, but therapy can just be as simple as having someone to talk to.
Talk
You
to.
know what I mean?
Yes.
So
Hmm.
on a you know what I mean on
And
that
get
type of thing,
asking the
it's
right questions to get you open up
Mm-hmm.
too.
yeah, it just therapy is just you, having somebody. I've had therapy for a long time, and
Hmm.
just having someone to talk to, and because we all hide things, you know what I mean. That's just natural human beings. We never tell exactly. Like I can't go to you. Like it's very hard. Like let's say some girl burnt you or something, and you're like, yo, it's hard for you to tell your friend, yo, some girl that burnt
Hmm.
me, man, that I'm messed up. But if you got somebody like a therapist, you could be like, yo, this girl burned me. It's hard for me to trust women and you
Yeah.
won't be judged. So
Because
I
there's no
think
biasness.
right. So I think therapy on that is very good. Like you need someone to talk to. I know a lot of people that just need somebody to talk to.
You
You know,
hiding things.
man, man.
Yo, that's what a female, your wife be like, "Nigga, I'm your therapist. What the fuck
Right.
you
That's
talking
that. You know
about?
what? And
Talk
that's
to me."
I'm glad you said that because here's the point. Now, I'm not just saying that because she in a room, but
Yeah.
once you find that person you can be truly honest with, like I'm
Hmm.
lucky enough.
See,
I ain't gonna lie. I'm lucky. You're lucky. We're lucky here that we actually have a brotherhood to where we could, if we want to, but we still don't tell. Well, I tell what I mean, but I tell you,
you ain't tell
everything.
me when
But
you like the boys. We found that out.
ain't no
But go
way,
ahead.
brother. Ain't no way. Ain't no way,
That
man.
was crazy.
That was wow. But
That
yeah,
was
once you find
Crazy.
as many human beings friends you got, find that
Yeah.
one person that's not gonna judge you. You'd be like, yo, man, yo, I came in the house and my feet was stinking today, or yo, I can't
Ain't,
get this odor
ain't
out
no
my
way you
clothes.
saying this after I'm ass if you hide things, man.
No, I'm just saying. No,
Know what I'm saying?
my point,
Are you
yo, I'm
kissing
trying to
some
say,
ass right now?
no,
Are
no,
you
no, no,
are
no,
you
no, no,
brown
no.
nosing?
No, I'm not. That's what I'm saying. I'm not. You know what I mean? I know we got a limited time.
What are
So
you
listen,
talking about?
man, listen. All I'm saying to wrap up what I'm saying, like you know what I mean, is yo, it's very hard to find someone you can talk to. You're lucky in your lifetime if you find at least 3 people that you can honestly talk to, like
That's a fact.
without being judged, bro. And that's what therapy does. It just gives you an opportunity not to be judged.
So I got a
So
question
can
on
we?
top of that.
Ooh.
Go ahead, Sir TJ.
So can we say the pastor in a church is therapy to some
No,
people? Well, you
no.
could go to the pastor and talk to the pastor about anything. You're not supposed to be judged.
I'm not gonna lie, you can.
Well,
You gotta
no.
find that
Depending on the
pastor.
church. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I'm
you
saying.
gotta
Depending on
find
the
that
church.
pastor. You know what
Are
I'm
But
you
saying?
that's why I say
are
that
you
about
talking about
therapists, because you
confessions?
gotta find it. You gotta depending on the therapist.
No, no. Are you talking about confessions, or you just talk about generally speaking to a
I'm
pastor?
talking about a pastor. All the pastors always say, "Hey, man, you could come talk to me, brother." They all
Nah,
say
but
that.
see, but they nah.
You
It's
sound like
different
Snoop
because
and
Yeah,
BMF.
yeah,
Yo,
yeah.
word.
exactly.
Yeah, you can talk
It's
to.
it's different because whatever is said can be used against you in any aspect, whether it's illegal, legal. Whereas a therapist legally, you
Right.
feel safer just because they
They're
can't
protected.
repeat
Yeah,
what
they
you say.
can't.
You know,
Oh,
so
I
you're
thought in the
protecting them.
I thought when you speak to the pastor, that can't be.
No, only in confessions. That's why I asked you. Like, if it's Catholic and you go in a confession box, then yes. But if you just talking to the pastor of Creflo Dollar or whatever the pastor up there, no.
So hold on. So the pastor can't go back and say anything you said.
No, the pastor
And
can.
a confession
In
in the
a Catholic
confession booth.
church, when you're
In a
in a booth,
confessional.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
tell him you
when you're
killed
in the
So
booth,
somebody, and he
and
said
so
you can't.
yeah,
all
and
right.
they
So
can't see your face.
if I
Yeah.
walked in there and I said, "Hey, man,
A
I just
priest
want you to
only.
know I fucked your wife. She's cheating. You better not go back and tell her."
Well, first of all, you're not gonna
Ain't
know who
no
you're talking
way.
to.
Not when you go. Ain't no way. Yo, ain't no
I
way.
just wanted to let you know, brother.
Only killer thinks some shit like
Right,
that.
only killers do something like that. Man, ain't no way.
You
But
better
no,
not go
but
say nothing.
You better not say nothing because
that's
I'm
a
be with
weird
on Thursday
situation.
Just believe in
at the
God, baby. It's gonna
Marriott.
be alright.
Right. Can I be honest?
Can I be honest
Yeah.
with you, Pastor?
Don't come by the house at 3 o'clock on Wednesday.
That's jacked up.
I'm gonna
That's
put
messed
I'm
up.
gonna put something else in the box.
And put something in her box.
There's one hat that was getting filled you don't know about, baby, and it's not with money.
Yo, that's wow. I didn't see that, though.
That's
That's
tough.
wow.
That's tough.
But
But no,
Oh,
I see you
man.
but
in church on Sunday.
Priest, I must repent or something like that. I don't know.
Shit.
Yo,
mm-mm-mm. Yeah,
Yo,
but
you
yo,
need
confession is
somebody to
different.
talk to.
Yeah,
You,
but what I was gonna say before Killer went into that. Yeah, I think, and me personally, I think there's a stigma with, once again, I do the colorism with African American or color people. They are so against therapy. Like, all my friends that are white, therapy is like a normal thing to them. Whereas black people, you mentioned therapy or relation therapy or marriage coupling, they look like, oh, you a marriage coupling? What the hell's going on with you? Like,
yo,
it might not be.
I
Yeah,
know
what's up?
why. Can I say something?
Go
You
ahead.
know why? Because there was once upon a time where dinners meant something to families. At the
Oh,
dinner table, everybody sat at the table and you talked amongst families. We
hmm,
don't do that no more. When you have
yeah.
dinners, so one person in this room, this person in that room, this
Hmm.
person in the living room, nobody's talking as a family. These people that you talk of, these Caucasian people, whatever you want to say, some of them still have dinners together.
Hmm.
We as black people don't have dinners no more. Dinners were very
Sure, in a sense.
important where we can speak, where we can have our own. What you call that thing when the person walks in the room and the whole family's the intervention.
Ain't no way we talk
Yeah.
about dinners.
You have intervention. No, not real talk. Well, dinners was where
listen,
when we
next
sat
time
at the
I come
table and
over,
really,
killer, I will sit at the table while you eat Nathan Franks. No problem, man. If you
yo,
really want to
bro,
No,
sit at
but
the
I
table
get
yo,
what he's saying.
yo,
I get what
eat
he's
hold
saying.
Nathan
on,
It's
Franks,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
yo, the fucked up shit about that, yo. One time, y'all, me and Hop lived together, bro. You
I
know,
don't know what
but
he's
the dinner table only
no, no,
holds
no,
so
no,
many
no.
seats, and he always took up two. And I'm like, yo, bro, there's other people that want to
Yo,
sit, man.
yo, we did eat dinner before together. It's crazy. Killer right though. Remember that time?
Nope,
Okay, all right.
nope.
Stop the cap.
Nah,
Nah,
but
we
real talk,
did.
bro. You know, at one point, black families, the time to talk. What we didn't go to therapists and stuff at that time. The time to talk was in your home at dinner, and you would talk amongst family, and you speak your mind.
But
So
nah, I don't know because if
No,
you sit at the
that's not what I
table,
mean though.
if you sit at the table, I feel like it's hard to talk to your family too. Like
It'd
because
be
they
another
always
"Why Did I Get Married"
yeah,
episode.
it's like, yo, pops, I'm gay. He like, what? Now I eat my chicken. Get up off the table. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
gay.
So it's hard to like express yourself. I'm telling you, it's hard to express. So I don't know at the table. That might not be the right place to
Listen,
express it.
I
Yeah,
think a statement that Joseph made earlier in the chat. He said I refused to go to therapy because I thought I was too tough. I
yeah,
was
That's a
tough
fact.
enough to go without
yeah,
it. But
yeah.
if I hadn't had therapy, I might not be here.
I feel the same
So
way.
I think this comes down to just the fact of us as a people. Now I'm saying I feel like we bred in a certain manner where that's we look at that as a weakness. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? People look at that as what? Nigga, you corny. You going to
Yeah.
therapy. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? Like that's just a stigma, you know what I'm saying, amongst our own
Only in a
people. You know
black
what I'm
culture
saying?
though. Only in a black culture, because
Yeah,
like
because
some
black people feel like white people can't relate to us. So if you going to see a white therapist, you automatically like, yo, bro, you don't know what we going, you don't know what
I
I've
don't
been
think
through.
no, but they got black therapists too. I just
No, that's
think
what I'm
that
saying. If you got a black therapist, you're gonna be good. You going first thing you see a black therapist, first thing you're gonna say is, I, whew, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, but
Somebody
I
probably
think
relate
I
to me.
think but I think it's deeper than that though, bro. Because I
yeah,
think I think some of us, growing up, in those neighborhoods, in those areas, you know what I'm saying? I think we deal with PTSD, you know what I'm saying? And
Uncle Boogie.
it's hard. I think that's it's difficult for us to put trust, you know what I'm saying, in somebody else. You feel me? So for you to speak like that, that's like a far and beyond thing for you to sit down and speak to a complete stranger. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just not I don't f- we not I don't feel like we trained
Yeah.
in that manner. You know what I'm saying? Like we done dealt with so much trauma, you know what I'm saying, growing up that I think that shit becomes a normal and you don't know how to get out that your own head. Like
Yep.
it's like you stuck in your own box. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. So
I hear
here's
that.
some interesting things. Let me pull it up on the screen real quick. So for therapists, 76% of therapists are women, 25% of men. Or I just gave like an
That makes
average.
sense.
Um, but most of the therapists are white, followed by Asian, followed by Hispanic, Latino, and then 4% Black or African American. So, as you were saying earlier, like there's a small percentage of actual Black therapists, but it's probably even smaller with the amount of people that attend therapy. And I think like, and I don't know who I think was it Kevin Hart or somebody else, somebody famous was talking about that recently. Like therapy is not a bad thing. I know Charlemagne said it, but I don't really go by his word. But somebody else that was a lot more respected than Charlemagne was speaking about like
Nah, I
therapy
love
can actually help.
Charlemagne. Charlemagne that's a king right there, man.
Yeah, but I'm not following his advice as far as life is concerned with her. Like
What you
he's
mean? He got
entertaining.
books out. Nah, he's pretty valid, bro.
Yeah,
You know
me personally, I wouldn't.
Yeah, yeah.
that I don't know. If one of the questions are you against therapy, I'm not against therapy. I just believe in something higher than therapy. I believe in
Okay,
self love.
okay,
So I believe in when I say self love, I'm talking about the respect level you have for yourself. And I think if you hold yourself at a high respect level, you can then learn how to filter the energies and everything that's coming against you. Like I respect myself enough to not put myself in certain situations or deal with certain people. That's why I don't have many close friends because I know who I'm dealing with, who I can talk with. One time I ain't gonna lie for the tool. One time I was going through some shit. I knew I was going through some shit, And out of all the times, it must have been months. It could have been a year. One day, I don't know if Bash you remember. Bash called me. Yo, Kel, I need to speak to you, bro. Yo, you
Yeah,
off. You wildin'.
I don't
This is what it
remember.
is. You know what I'm saying?
I remember
But
exactly when that time
but I got
that is.
that from, you know what I'm saying? I ain't need a therapist for that. I got
Mhm.
that from the people that I put in my circle for my own structure that I know respect me enough to tell me when I'm bugging out, when I got to get my shit together. So that's why I'm saying, I, some people need therapy, some people just need other
But you,
things.
yeah, but you've been to therapy though, right before, cool?
I only been to the family therapy one
Mhm.
for like the marriage what's that, marriage therapy,
Marriage
Marriage
counseling,
therapy.
marriage
marriage
counseling.
counseling. I've been there, and the funny shit was the person that was telling me about marriage counseling when we sat down, she never got married a day in her fucking life. So what are we talking about? See what I'm saying? You was never married. How the hell you gonna tell me about marriage
Yeah,
counseling?
that's one of the things I have a problem with. But
So
I know
ma, we not talking. And then she's like, hold on. She's like, well, maybe you need to. Maybe I need to what? Maybe you need to get married, then come back to this conversation so you can talk about what the fuck we talking about,
Hold on, but that's crazy. How can she get? How can they even let her do marriage therapy if
bruh.
she's never been married?
Bro, that's like a crackhead trying to tell somebody,
but
Right.
uh,
I can so let me
what?
answer that. Let me answer. So therapy's not the end or be all. Therapy literally asks you questions to make you think about your own actions. So like in an instance, and I'm gonna play devil's advocate. I don't really have to know or experience what you've been through to
Mhm.
make you think about what you've been through and how to resolve it. So like I just gotta ask the right questions to make you think about what you're doing. So if you have a
Okay.
problem communicating or you have a problem with doing certain things, I can ask simple questions. Well, why don't you? Or what did, stuff that we is super obvious, but when you
Hmm.
having somebody that you can open up to and talk to without judgment, you start talking about things that you normally would have held in or not talked about. And then you start thinking about it more like, well, damn, why do I do that? Is that an underlining? Like, oh shit, like, oh man.
I don't even think it's all that, bro. It's just getting the stuff out that you need to get out. We all got stuff that we need to get out,
But
bro.
that's part of it. That's what I'm saying. Asking
Um,
the right questions to get you to think about what you're
To
saying.
get you to
I've
talk. I get you
left,
saying.
I've left sessions and felt like, you know how like you
Worse,
get a massage and like
worse
after
and
you get
better.
out, you feel way better. Like you
Yeah, cause you just
just
let it
needed
out.
to get that off your chest. You need to cry.
Hmm.
You
Hmm.
needed to just sit there and just cry for an
So
hour.
can I ask you something, Hop? Now that you said that, cause we still on topic.
Yeah.
With getting that out, okay, say if whatever you had to get out, some of your energy was towards a individual,
Hmm.
getting it out to somebody that's not biased, that won't judge you, that they can just hear you,
Hmm.
is that really helping, or is that a band-aid? Because at the end of the day, you still didn't direct that to the actual person. Like, I'm getting over to you, but this person
Yeah,
needs
yeah,
to hear
yeah.
it. You get what I'm saying? So I'm asking you, like, did it, if that was one of your situations, did it really
Mm.
help, or did it just help? It's like I could go in the mirror and just speak to myself and say, yeah, motherfucker, when I see you, I'm gonna kick you in your ass. But when you see the person, you still ain't say it. So it's like, yo, just holding in. You only getting it out to the mirror.
Mm.
That's what I'm
Well,
saying. Like, is that
But
type of situation
but that's
where
a
you
that's the
really
first step. You're talking about it. You're
right,
opened up about
and
it.
you get to like, cause
Maybe now you can communicate with that person
you
because
can
you
say
already let your rage out.
you can say something in your head 1,000 times. I talk to myself all the time in the mirror before I have a meeting. Before I do that daily. I talk to myself. But
Hmm.
when you actually like, if I say yo, if I'm talking to you and I'm like, and I confess to something, but actually get a reaction back or how you feel, it's different when you're talking to somebody rather than you
Hmm.
talking to yourself. You know what I mean? So it's a whole different vibe. Like let's say I'd be like, yo, man, I was dating this girl, man, and she broke my heart, and I was sitting there crying. I might not have told nobody that, but when I tell you, and I see that you might be compassionate about it and be like, yo, it's all right. It just makes you feel so much better. Like you start understanding, like, yo, hold on, it ain't even that serious what I'm going through. Like you could, yo, people be hiding stuff that's so minute. It don't even matter. Minute, or however you say it, whatever.
Minute,
It be
minute.
minute. It's so it's stupid, and
so
you
are
think
they
it's the end of the world. You be like, yo, it's the end of the fucking world. What I'm gonna do, man? Until you talk to somebody and you be like, yo, that ain't the end of the world, bro.
Hmm.
And that's with suicide. That's why you got suicide. People be thinking,
Yes.
yo, I slept with a man. Oh my God. And if only you
so
knew that, ain't nobody give a man.
so
We
it's
have a
funny My
No,
fault. No, go ahead. My
no, no,
fault.
no, 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 no. You're not going to hit me with that. No, no,
Nah,
no, no,
nah,
no,
nah.
no,
No, I
no.
was about to say it's funny that you say that because at the end of the day, I'm talking. I never been in therapy, so I'm really trying to get it from y'all about therapy. But
I have.
what I do in my field, in the psychiatric field for the last 14 years, we do therapeutic things. Us speaking to a
Mm,
patient, I know about all type of. Okay, sit down, eye level, hear them out. No, never say you understand. Never say I can put myself in your shoes. Just really
mhm,
listen. So I get like what Five saying. It's certain you're not gonna give advice. You're not gonna say, but you're gonna say certain things just to get them to open up and speak. So that
mhm.
is totally true. I get it. I'm
My
just trying to
therapist
find
ain't say
that
nothing, no. A
she
lot of
just
my
oh they just
sessions,
listen.
she just let me talk because that's
Okay,
usually what people want to do. Older people,
Oh,
they
it
just
depends
want
on
to
your type of
talk.
therapy too, though.
Yeah, they just want to talk, man. Everybody needs somebody to talk to. Yeah, my bad. Yeah.
yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Okay,
She rarely said anything. I think I spoke for the most of the hour.
Yeah, so we did marriage counseling prior to getting married, and the way they did that was set up questions. So what you expect, or if this person does that, and they ask you and they get you to talk. And yes, like Bash said, you start talking, and they just listen to you. And when you say certain things, or they're reading certain things that you're saying, or certain emotions or certain habits, they pick up on that, and then they might ask another question based upon what you said, and just lead you on, and
got you.
then after a while, you start realizing like maybe it's your habits or maybe something you're doing or whatever the case may be, depending on the type of theory. Some people just need to get stuff off their chest. Some people actually need to see they have repetitive habits, and sometimes asking the questions, well, why'd you do that? How did you feel when you did that? How do you think it made that person feel when you do that? And those simple questions might spark a more conversation or thought.
Got you.
So it's not. And so when you said earlier, how can a person that's never been through something try to help you with a situation? Is because they always try to find the underlying where it starts from, because a lot of our behaviors comes from our past. What I've learned from therapy is that because I came from a single family home, I wasn't raised by my mom and dad. I deal with the situations completely different than my wife would, because she was raised with both parents, all in the same house with three other sisters. So something that might stress me out, that might stress her out, might not stress me out because of the background. So they'll ask those questions. Well, how do you deal with this? And they figure it out and look at the behaviors. So I brought this topic up because it's very important, and I want people to not be like afraid to do therapy if they need to get into it. It's not like a bad stigma. If you're going through something, you need somebody to talk to. By all means, sometimes the shit is free if you got insurance. You might see him once a week, once a month, however you want to see. Just have somebody to talk to, get off your chest, go about your day. Because you talk to like we talk to each other all the time, but men, we're very honest with each other. So
Heck no.
if
See, I don't feel
I'm
like
about to say,
like
nah, yeah, some.
no, I don't feel like that. I feel
Mm,
like 80% of the guys that I know do not tell everything,
yeah,
well,
and
no,
they
that's
try to
different than
hold it
being
in,
honest with each other,
and they treat
because
it. We have to be
what
more honest. We have to be more. If
no what
I'm
I'm
going to therapy, well, good.
no what I mean by that is compared to women, men are more honest with each other. See, women, for example, if I'm looking crazy and I'm out of weight, I'm out of shape, you're not gonna big me up. You're gonna be, oh yeah, you look good. Simple stuff like that. Like men are like, nah, you buggy, you can't wait. What's going, like
Nah,
just
heck
that
no.
little.
It's the other way of women. Heck no, bro.
Now
I
women be
feel like
bigging each
women
other
are
up heavy.
more honest. Like if you got really you got to have some real friends. Like women, like women they be way more honest than guys.
Not with
Way
each
more
other.
honest
I'm talking about with each other.
with
Like
each
with
other.
each.
Yeah.
Nah, they lie to each other all the time. They be
Nah,
having
that
they be letting them get out the house with all types of crazy stuff on, making sure, oh girl, you look
I ain't.
good, or just yeah.
Yo, I ain't
That
gonna
that's
lie, dudes. Yo, it's two things that kill men:
yeah.
pride and ego.
Yes.
Pride and ego gets in the way of men. Men feel like they can't cry. Men
Mm.
feel like they gotta be this strong alpha male for everything in life. I think I finished telling somebody, one of our patients, because he was like, I'm so sorry I'm putting y'all through this. I feel ashamed. I said, why you feel ashamed of yourself? Because you went to get help? Bro,
Mm.
you in a psych ward because you here to get help. And then he's like, I just don't want to cry. Why you don't want to cry? Bro, cry. Like, dudes to get cheated on and be scared to tell their, I agree with Hop. Dudes get cheated on and be scared to tell their boy they got cheated on.
yep.
Why?
We
Because you
don't
know
tell each
why?
other.
Because
We
you
always lying to
scared.
each other
Word, you scared if you go back, you tell your
every
man
day.
now, and then you go back to that girl, then you gonna look like an idiot, or you gonna look like something. And bro, live your life. Dudes lie all the time because they don't want to look less of themselves.
Yep. It's
Mm,
always a
yeah,
competition. It's always a competition
And
with
yeah, that's
dudes.
true. And
and this is
there's
Always
some aspects in it.
dudes be lying all the time about everything, bro. You be like, yo, bro, you could have just kept it a buck, bro. It's very rare that you meet somebody that's just like, yo, you know what? He real. He really, you know what I mean? Very rare. Hold on to that.
but but I gotta say one thing. You do know when dudes do become real, I feel like when they much older,
Hmm.
when they been through it all, when they just tired of running from themselves, which is the truth, when they're tired of running from the truth, and men start admitting, rest in peace to Pop Dog. Pop Dog always say this joint, and I love him for this. The first step to rehab is admitting the problem. When
Hmm.
men do that, when you can sit there and be like, yo, maybe I am a dick, or maybe I am a fuck up financially, or
Mm.
maybe I am. Start saying I am for the things that you know you are. I think you start to really respect yourself more, and that's why I started my thing when I said I don't believe in a therapist. I believe in a respect level that you hold for yourself. You got to
Okay.
respect yourself at a certain level. Self love, respect yourself. You
I
know what I'm
like that.
saying? And that's where I come with therapy. I don't need somebody to tell me. Yes, it might help, but what helps more is when somebody has self love and they can respect themselves. That's more than anything.